everybody, welcome back to another Tuesday training. I am your hostess with the mostest, Christine Parma, business and life strategist, and I have got some businessy stuff for you today. You know, I love to talk a lot about the inner work, the mindset, and I will continue to do that. And I wanted to give you some really practical business strategies for how you can launch your thing, whatever it is, product, program, service, how you can launch it with no list and no budget and actually be successful with it. So if you're excited about hearing the steps that I've got for you today, and of course I've broken everything down into steps, you know I love to do that, then go ahead and give me some hearts and likes, and feel free to share this on your timeline or with friends before, during, or after the video. After the video is great too, and share it with friends who would love to get their thing out into the world in a much bigger way and do it on a shoestring or no budget. So I have got several steps I'm going to share with you. I encourage you to get a pen and paper right now so that you can take notes and write down these steps, because I'm going to be dishing out a lot of good stuff for you. So first step is, if the big problem is, what's the problem? So if you're wanting to get your program, product, or service, if you're a personal brand, out into the world in a bigger way and actually make money in your business, how do you do that? Like, how do you start from ground zero, especially if you're a newbie, you have no list, you have no budget, or you've been in business a while and you still have no list and no budget, or, no list to speak of. How do you actually go about getting more clients? And I talked about this in a lot of different live streams, the different concepts around this. And in this live stream, I'm actually laying out a launch plan for you, essentially the steps of a launch plan. And of course, it'll be as simple as I have to make it in order to share the steps here. And of course, if you want to get more information or talk to me about how I can help you put together your own simple launch strategy and actually help you with a lot of the setup, then you can drop a comment below. And actually, I'm going to give you a link in the description after the video to schedule a free 20-minute consultation with me, so you can find out more about that. So how do you do it? Well, if you have no audience and no budget, then you've got to start with where you are, right? But before you actually go into the launch, there is a critical first step that a lot of people skip over. I would dare say most people skip over. And that first step is idea validation. Do you know that anybody wants what you're going to offer, what you're planning on offering? Now, if you've actually been offering this thing, the service or the product or the program, and you've already had sales, well, then in large part you validated the idea. Now, there could always be a question of, if you're not getting that many sales, that maybe your offer isn't on target. And one of the things I really help people with is writing compelling offers that their dream clients actually want, and do it in a way that they can connect with more of their dream clients, so their dream clients can get the help that they want and need that you provide. So idea validation is so critically important, and there's several different ways you can do it, because you don't want to go, like, even if you're doing this on a no budget, no money, no Facebook ads, which I'll get into the Facebook ads question in just a bit. But even if you're doing it, it's going to cost you in time and effort. So there is an investment made, even if it's not dollars. So you don't want to invest your time and effort in the wrong place. So how do you validate an idea? Well, if you have your own Facebook community, you can ask your Facebook community. I mean, they're in your community, and you've set up your Facebook community as a magnet for your dream clients, then that's the most valuable feedback you can get. You can definitely go and do some research and ask in other people's Facebook groups. The only thing to keep in mind when you're doing that, and I do encourage you to do that, but the only thing to keep in mind is that is somebody else's, quote, people. Now, some of their people may be your people. They may be your dream clients too. So whatever Facebook groups that you're going to go do this research in or ask questions, as far as trying to figure out what people actually value and what they're willing to pay for and what they want right now, then you need to make sure that those Facebook groups are a very close match for your dream clients, so that the people you're asking inside that Facebook group will give you information that is actually valid for you. So those are a couple ways that you can do it. You can also go onto Reddit, Quora. You can Google, look for the Google search terms. You can check out your competitors. When I say competitors, I mean check out the other people who are doing what you're doing. Because in all reality, and this gets a little bit into the mindset spiritual thing, there is no you. There's no other you out there. So there is no true competitor. By and large, there are the people who are going to work with you are going to work with you because of you. If you are a personal brand or a service provider, they're going to resonate with something that you are, or the energy that you project, or the way that you go about things versus somebody else. So even though there's thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands or millions of people doing the same thing that you are, we are each going to attract to us the people who resonate with our energy and our personality, and that's why they pick you over somebody else. So that's another piece of, you don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, it's all been done before, who am I, I can't compete against the big names. Well, a lot of people, they pay attention to the big names, but they may want a more personal touch. So that's a little bit of an aside. But when you are validating your idea, you can go and look at these competitors, and especially the bigger names. They've done the research, especially if they've been around a long time in the industry, and they've been successful, then they're really tuned into what people want. And they're conveying that through their messaging, through the Facebook communities that they may be hosting, the questions that they're answering, the blog posts they're writing, the podcasts, topics that they're sharing. Those will all be directed towards the pain points that their dream clients have. And if you share similar dream clients, then you can tap into and kind of piggyback on the time and effort and research that they've already invested in getting to know their dream clients. So that's a shortcut for you on how to validate your idea. And if you have questions as we go along, of course, ask them. I'm here to answer your questions also. And before we get any further, for those of you who don't know who I am Christine Parma. I'm a business and life strategist and mindset coach who works with people, really heart-centered go-getters who want more out of life and want to express their soul's purpose in a way that they feel great about, that they can make money at, and that the business that they have, if they have a business, that it's an expression of their deeper purpose in life. And if you don't know what your deeper purpose is, I also help you get clear on that. So you can always find out more about me at christineparma.com. All right, so who's ready for step number 2? So now that you have validated your idea, you know that people want whatever it is that you're going to offer. Now you need to think about, what's my strategy going to be for getting this in front of people so they can see that I'm offering this and they can actually take advantage of it. Well, again, if you have no list and no budget, you have to think a little more creatively, possibly. And it's really all about organic strategies. So one of the strategies you can use is to do a Facebook Live, just like the one that you're watching right now. And you can do a soft sell or a pitch at the end, or seed your offer throughout the Facebook Live and use that as a launch strategy. And if you're using organic strategies for launching, then, which I encourage you to do no matter what your budget is, take advantage of the free strategies that exist. Use several of them. Use several of them that you're excited about, that are aligned with you, that are aligned with the way that your dream clients consume information, so that you'll connect with more of them. And Facebook Live is one of those really effective strategies for doing that. So one of the, if you don't know much about Facebook Live, excuse me, little frog in my throat. And I just spilled my tea on myself. There you go. You got to see it live. Oh, well. So that's what's great about live stream, right? It's all real. So one of the things about Facebook Live that's so awesome is that Facebook promotes it for you organically. And they will promote the live stream into people's news feeds, not just the people who are friends with you or who have liked your business page already, but who don't even know you. You know, if they see that people are engaging with your live stream, with your video, and or it's become popular, it gets a lot of likes or a lot of shares, then it will be promoted even more into the newsfeed of people who are interested in similar things. You know, like having similar topics or have similar interests, or show some kind of similarity in their profile information. You know, and Facebook takes all that information that we don't even know they have, and they have all their algorithms do this, but they promote it in these different ways. So Facebook Live is a super awesome way to get exposure and get in front of people who might be your dream clients and who hopefully are your dream clients. I will also tell you Facebook Live has a lot of hidden benefits, and which I became more aware of recently. So I started doing Facebook live streams like in January of 2017. So I've been doing Facebook live streams now for over a year, and I was averaging almost 2 a week in 2017, starting at about April of 2017. I upped the ante to 2 a week. So I've done well over 100 anyway. I would say probably closer to 150 live streams so far. And I cannot tell you how much better I am at doing Facebook live streams simply from practicing, right? Simply from speaking extemporaneously and teaching from my heart. This has served me in so many ways that have become especially apparent recently. Number one, when you're used to talking to a camera, you know, people may be watching, people may not be watching, and you get really good at it, you can then much more easily go onto somebody's stage and give a talk, give a workshop, get in front of a group. I recently did that. It was my first ever live speaking event, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I've been doing these live streams, because it was so much easier for me. And I actually found it really fun. Had a tiny bit of nervousness at the beginning, and that's it. And then it disappeared as soon as I started talking, which is a big deal. I mean, the fear of speaking in front of groups, of getting on stage, you know, public speaking, is actually ranked higher in what people are scared of than death. I mean, that's kind of whack, right? So Facebook live stream serves you in so many ways. If you want to be on podcast interviews, I just did a radio interview that goes out to over 1 million people. It was a roundtable format, so it was a different format than I'm used to, and I could keep up and I could talk and I could add value because I've been doing the practice on Facebook live streams. And bottom line, people will get to know you, like you, and trust you when you're on video and doing live streams, because like I just spilled the tea all down the front of myself, people know you can't fake one, or it's really, really hard. Like you have to be one of the Hollywood actors to be able to fake it, right? So people get to see your humanity, right? They get to understand your true personality, and that will help you get clients also. You know, clients have found me just from my Facebook live streams before. So launching, definitely consider using Facebook Live if you haven't used that yet, or start doing them if you haven't done it, and then you'll be practiced for when you actually want to use it as part of your launch strategy. You can also offer a free webinar on your topic, or series of webinars on your topic as part of a launch strategy. You know, it's just a different way of being on video, but the webinar can be a Facebook Live. Also, it doesn't have to be on some fancy webinar platform, although it can be. And, you know, it's certainly, your launch does not have to be this like 5-part, pre-produced, you know, super expensive series of videos like you see a lot of the big names doing. You don't need to do that to be effective. And actually, Doing things live like this will often more deeply connect with your audience than if you have a pre-recorded video. So is this making sense to you? If it's making sense, and you're finding this valuable, give me a heart or a like, please. Or if you have a question, about one of these strategies, definitely pop it in the comments, either here live or on the replay. So the next strategy that you can use to launch without a list, no list and no budget, is to go into other people's Facebook groups, like I mentioned earlier, and do research in there. Specifically, you will use the search bar function inside of a Facebook group to search for key terms or keywords that would resonate with your dream client, either problems they're talking about or things they wish they could do or have or they wish would be different. You can also post inside people's Facebook groups in compliance with their rules, of course, and best practice is that you've been active in the group before you just start promoting something, right? So you definitely want to pay attention to the Facebook rules, because I promise you, you will get banned. You will get blocked from some groups if you don't pay attention to the rules, whether it's consciously or intentional or unintentional that you break the rules, you will get banned. And unfortunately, I've had to ban some people from my Facebook group because they didn't abide by the rules. I reach out to people individually and give them a warning for the most part. But it's, if you don't want your Facebook group to become a spam fest, which then the group isn't very useful, then there have to be rules in place. And I totally honor and respect the rules that other people have in place in their Facebook groups. So there are specific kinds of posts that you would want to create inside a Facebook group. There's several different kinds. There's testimonial posts, case study posts, story posts, promo posts that have a specific structure and have a strong call to action at the end. And you can post those when the promotion is allowed. But there are lots of different ways that you can use other people's Facebook groups to launch your service, let people know about how you can help them, and connect with more of your dream clients and be of service, right? Be of service and help people, because people will appreciate that and they will remember you when you are actually helping and being of service, even without asking for anything else in return, right? So those are a few of the free strategies you can use for no list and no budget. Now the question is, what do you want to offer if you're using this strategy? So you can use this strategy for higher price point offers. Absolutely, you can do it. And at the same time, I would encourage you to explore what are some pieces of, like, say you have a bigger program or a bigger service, what are some pieces that you could offer in like a step-by-step sequence that would lead up to a bigger program that have a lower price point, that have a lower barrier to entry? So maybe it's a $27 or $37 or $47 price point where it's an easy yes. So psychologically speaking, anything under $50 has a much lower resistance level for people to say yes to. People will have their own different levels, but if people are like, it's less than $50, it's an impulse buy often. And so you will get yeses that you might not otherwise get at, say, $97 or $297 or some of the higher price point strategies. So you could have a series of offers, then you'll actually be seeing me do this coming up, that are smaller price points, so you get to help people, you get valuable feedback on what you're offering, you get to connect with your dream clients, and you get to make some money and potentially connect with people who are ready for that next level of service or help that you offer. Now, I do want to address the question of Facebook ads. Should I run Facebook ads? So my personal opinion is that until you have an offer that you've proven that works, that people want for sure, you have a compelling offer, your landing page converts and it converts at a high rate, that people are willing to pay dollars to get that program, product, or service that you're offering, then it's probably not the best time for you to invest in Facebook ads. because you don't want to go spending money on Facebook ads and then see that they're not working or that something's not working. This is the problem, is if you put money into Facebook ads and you're not getting the conversions, or it's not resulting in sales, a lot of times you won't know where the problem lies. Is it the Facebook ad? Is it the text of the Facebook ad? Is it the image? Is it the audience that you're running it to? Is it your landing page isn't really a high converting landing page? Is it that your offer isn't something people want? There's a problem with your offer or the copywriting on your offer. There's so many factors that you're spending money to try and guess what those are, to try and figure out where the problem is. So in my opinion, it's better to prove that your landing page converts, or your sales page converts, that the copy's good, that you're offering something people want, and then scale up later with Facebook ads once you've proven that, once you know people are willing to buy, given all the other steps that you have. Because it can be really, really frustrating to spend money, especially if you're doing it yourself, on Facebook ads and then you get zero return. I know, because I've been there. I at one point early last year, I was like, oh, Facebook ads, Facebook ads, Facebook ads. Everybody's talking about Facebook ads. All I have to do is run some ads and money will start raining down from the sky. It's like everybody looks at Facebook ads as the savior. And that didn't work very well. And so then I hired an expert to run Facebook ads for me, because I thought, well, the problem was me. I didn't know what I was doing. I did something wrong. Spent many thousands of dollars running ads and on that person's service. And not only is what he promised did not happen, and he was way off in his estimates of the cost. We went over budget. There was a lot there, but didn't work. Did not have the desired outcome by a long shot. And when I instead used some of the organic strategies that I shared with you today, I had an amazingly better outcome than with Facebook ads. Not only did I not lose money, I made money, like many thousands of dollars. So just, if you think, well, I have to do Facebook ads because everybody's doing them and it's the only way that more people are going to get to know me and I'm going to sell more, it's not true. I'm not saying never do Facebook ads. I'm saying there's a time and a place and a phase of your business, and after your offer has been proven, that is the time, if you went to look at doing Facebook ads, that's the time to consider them. And then go into it with your eyes wide open and know that, whatever money that you're putting into Facebook ads, you might not get back out. So you need to be able to afford that. It might work beautifully and you might not get it back either. So you just need to be aware of the cost-benefit analysis involved there. So those are the steps I wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions about organic launch strategies or just how to plan a launch, then you can pop them in the comments below. And if you would like to schedule a free 20-minute how can I launch simply and effectively a consultation with me, I'm going to pop a link in the description so you have that. You can just click on that link and schedule the call. And one of the things that's different about what I'm offering versus what other people are offering is not only can I help you with the launch strategy, but I can actually help you with the setup. So I have, and it's because people have been asking for help with this, that my team and I decided we would actually help with the back end things. So the landing page, setting it up in Leadpages or OptimizePress or whatever landing page software that you have. Using a high converting landing page template. My landing pages, my recent ones, have been converting anywhere between 70% and 92%. And if you know anything about conversion rates, 40% is considered good. So the conversion rates that I've been getting are excellent. And you want to have an excellent conversion rate because you don't want to spend all this time and effort driving traffic to a sales page or a landing page and then it doesn't convert, right? So we can help you with the setup, the writing of the copy for the sales pages or the landing pages and the email sequences that go out to the people who sign up for your services or your free thing if you're using a freebie of some sort to promote your products and services. I have seen that's where people are really struggling, and it's where one of the areas that I really excel in. So if you want to book that free consultation, you can go ahead and click the link that will be in the description in just a couple of minutes for you to be able to do that, and we can talk about where I might be able to help you in launching your product, program, or service in a much bigger way and connecting with more of your dream clients. So I wish you amazing success with whatever it is that you're launching or just promoting, right? A launch doesn't have to be like a one-time thing that you're doing. It can be like an ongoing launch, right, for your service. And I wish you amazing success with that and many, many blessings. Until I see you next time, bye for now. And always shine brilliantly. Take care. Bye.